wonderful goals, raw emotions, and the peculiar. The 2016-17 season had it all. We've gone back through all 34 match days to pick out the best highlights from the campaign for you to experience all over again, so sit back and enjoy 2016-17's Top 10 Moments. There was a very moving gesture made by Darmstadt this season, with the club renaming their stadium in memory of 26-year-old lifelong Lilies fan Jonathan Heimers, who sadly lost his battle with cancer in early 2016. For the whole season, the Lilies' home became the Jonathan Heimers Stadion am Billenfalltor, and they marked their first match of the campaign there with a 1-0 derby win over Frankfurt.
Is this good for Darmstadt? Decent run in. Wow! Oh, yes, indeed! What a spectacular, brilliant goal here from Darmstadt!
Our next moment is a major milestone. On match day 21 in Augsburg, Karim Bellarabi wrote his name into the history books by scoring the 50,000th Bundesliga goal.
To look promising for Leverkusen, and history is made by Karim Bellarabi. Goal number 50,000 in the Bundesliga. Karim Bellarabi has written his name in the record books.
Here's proud dad Karim Onome of Mainz with his newborn baby, who was born during his side's meeting with Ingolstadt. Onome had been named in the starting lineup, but all of a sudden the call comes in that his baby is on the way, and so he goes to his coach for advice.
He said, "Hey coach, what should I do? I really want to play, but my baby's on its way." I told him, "Get out of here. It might be the only time you get to experience this."
The good news reaches the stadium at halftime that Onome was now father to a healthy baby boy. Perhaps that inspired Mainz to scoring 2 second-half goals as they claimed all 3 points that day. Sometimes there are moments of silence in the Bundesliga, and one of those came in December 2016. Fans and teams around the grounds paid their respects to the victims of the tragic plane crash in Colombia, which claimed 71 lives. Among them were players and staff of Brazilian First Division team Chapecoense.
All across the Bundesliga this weekend, we're remembering the victims of the terrible air crash in Colombia.
Then 3 weeks later, a terror attack in Berlin left 12 people dead. Once again, the Bundesliga paid its respects.
Germany and its capital is in mourning, but it's a very special sight at the moment at the Olympiastadion.
When players return to their old stomping ground with their new club, it's usually something quite special, and that was certainly the case for Neven Subotic and Jakub Blaszczykowski, 2 ex-Dortmund players. Their returns to the Signal Iduna Park were spine-tingling. Both had spent 8 years with Borussia, winning numerous titles, as well as the fans' hearts. The Dortmund supporters' show of solidarity on both players' returns was breathtaking.
Lovely moments for Neven Subotic, on loan from Dortmund. He says his bond with the club and the fans will never be broken, regardless of who he ends up playing for next season.
There's no word really that I can find, maybe, as it's incredible, it's wonderful in the purest sense of the word. It's a real wonder what I got to experience today, because I doubt that 1% of the soccer players even get that kind of welcome from the whole stadium.
Natürlich, das war sehr emotional. Solche Momente bleiben im Herz, also bis Ende Leben, muss ich wirklich sagen.
The final match day offered up a relegation thriller as Hamburg took on Wolfsburg in the battle to avoid the dreaded playoff. Cue the 86th minute and a memorable moment for Hamburg super sub Luca Waldschmidt as the Wolfsburg drama reaches new heights.
There's the header that's going to save Hamburg from the relegation. Everyone's on the pitch. And Hamburg may just save themselves from the ignominy that is the playoff.
Wolfsburg have to enter the relegation playoff, but Hamburg are safe and that clock can keep on ticking. There was a happy end for Wolfsburg though, as they secured their top flight status after beating Braunschweig in the relegation playoff.
That one. But it might come to Mali. It's Yunus Mali. Good save by Fazic. And a chance on the follow-up. He's absolutely smashed in by Pierre-Emerick. And it could be a golden goal for Wolfsburg.
The goal that won the trophy.
And he scores!
A penalty on the final match day secured Dortmund forward Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang the title of the Bundesliga's top scorer.
Aubameyang is the best of the best.
The race for the crown has rarely been as close as it was this season. It was a three-way battle throughout almost the entire campaign between Aubameyang, Köln's Anthony Modeste, who finished on 25 goals, and Bayern's Robert Lewandowski, who notched an impressive 30. However, the Gabon striker's whopping tally of 31 goals saw him finish on top. The story of Eintracht Frankfurt captain Marco Russ is one that truly moved the Bundesliga. He had to undergo 2 bouts of chemotherapy after being diagnosed with testicular cancer, and the whole league offered their support, whether personally or on social media, and Frankfurt even extended his contract. Russ eventually defeated the disease and celebrated quite a special comeback on matchday 24 in Munich.
What a moment for Marco Reus, his first Bundesliga appearance of the campaign. It's been a hard road. Marco Reus never gave up. He always believed he would be able to return to the German top flight, and here he is.
Moment number 2 is another one that reminded us that football isn't the be-all and end-all. On the 11th of April 2017, there was an attack on Dortmund's bus, injuring one of the players. The whole team was thoroughly shaken up, but they played on and dedicated their win against Frankfurt to Marc Bartra. His comeback on the final match day was a very emotional reunion.
But so lovely to see the smiles on the faces. They have been through something nobody should have to go through.
FC Bayern gave us plenty of memorable moments this season, including, of course, securing a 5th straight Bundesliga title, courtesy of a 6-0 win in Wolfsburg on matchday 31. Then came the big farewells during the season finale, as 2 legends of the game, Xabi Alonso and Philipp Lahm, bowed out.
Xabi Alonso says farewell. What a career. Bayern says thank you. Philipp Lahm says the long goodbye.
Despite the pain of saying Auf Wiedersehen, it was still party time in the Allianz Arena as FC Bayern München celebrated a 27th German championship. Which moment of the 2016-17 season was your favourite? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments.